All right, good morning. We've been working with quadratic regressions, curves of best fit, is another way to say it. So, couple of things in Desmos that you need to make sure that you are able to do. First off, look at your table when you pull it up to put your information in. Make sure it says X1 and Y1. If you do not have X1 and Y1, change it to X1 and Y1. The labels, you can change them. They have to match your equation that you're going to be using. So the next thing that you have to be able to do is, in all honesty, it's easier to pull up the Desmos keyboard and go on over to the ABC functions. To me, that's the easiest, because when you put this equation in right here, the y sub 1, when you need a bottom number like that, right here is your go-to button. Right here. Your ampersand, which is your till or your, it's like the squiggly in Spanish where they had have a till over top of the N. It's the squiggle over top of it. It's the same thing. It's an approximate. It gives you equations in Desmos and in other software pieces. So right here is where that lives. It is also on your keyboard right next to the number 1. If you would hit shift and put it up there. So if you can't get to this for some reason, that's another option. Once again, make sure that your labels in your equation that you're putting up here have the ones, that they are labeled. Okay, because if you had multiple data points, that's when the others come into play. Another handy little piece to know, you can click on your screen and drag it around. Play with this, please. You can also zoom in and out. If you hit your home button, you see how this whole thing disappeared. It's because it just isn't all on the screen. You can zoom out to try to find it. And in all honesty, it's going to be way over here at the 2000s. Keep zooming till you find it. And you're like, oh, there it is. Now, if I were you, I'd pull it to the middle of my screen, and then I'd look closer at it and just keep dragging it around until you get it the screen where you need it so that you can see your information. Okay, once again, just drag it around to where you can see what you're working with. You can also, if you click on the line and hold it, you can see all the various data points that are possibilities on here so that you can answer a question, a predictive question. So hopefully that takes care of some of the logistics that deal with Desmos and this quadratic regression. There'll be another video with more specifics.